that is the context that I want to speak about it today, right? हम एक बार जीते हैं, एक बार मरते हैं, शादी भी एक बार होती है और प्यार भी एक होता है. This is a 1998 film, कुछ कुछ होता है, Bollywood film. I'm hoping most of you have seen it, and people like me born in the 90s, like we've grown up, following Karan Johar. And what I'm trying to tell you today is that this is possibly the most worthless piece of 2 minutes of my life. Like, this is complete and utter bullshit, and I think somebody needs to say that out aloud, right? And over the course of the next 5 minutes, I'll try to prove to you, not exactly prove, but give my opinion on why I think that, right? You don't have to agree, you can still love it, but why I think that, right? So now coming to my second question, right? So I'll give you 3 situations, okay? Situation A, boy and girl, both madly in love with each other, right? So that's nirvana, right? Bliss. Situation 2, boy and girl, and whatever the role is, one person loves the other person doesn't love that person back, right? So imagine you're the one who loves, but you're not loved back. Situation 3, you're the one who doesn't love, but you know for sure that the other person is just crazy about me. They love me, right? And now just take a minute, right, in your heads, and just think about how you would rank these 3 situations. So for me, the first one is a no-brainer, right? When you love the other person and the other person loves you, that's magic. Like, we all want that, right? For ourselves and for everybody who wants a partner, whenever they decide they want one, that is the best situation to be in. Now, for a lot of people, the second best situation is, chalo, main pyar nahi karta to kya hua? The other person loves me. I'll take that, huh? That will be my second. It's fine. It will not be as good as the first situation, but it will be quite nice, is what we think, right? The third situation we're all very scared of. Listen, I don't want to be in a relationship, but I am the one loving, because then there's a huge chance of a heartache, right? One fine day, the other person just realizes no, and then you're just screwed, right? So third, though, everybody, I think, voluntarily agrees is not a good place to be in. Second, a lot of people in their lives choose it, and the first, whoever gets lucky, gets to one, right? Which is where my concept of the ladder theory comes in, right? And this is, again, disclaimer, this is not my theory, right? I've read about this a lot, and a few blogs are talking about it this year. So what is the ladder theory? Suppose, imagine a ladder, right? There are 3 levels. There's 1, there's 0, and there's -1, right? So this is your ladder. On 0 is the single person, jo beech mein khada hai. He doesn't have anyone, but he wants to be on +1. And +1 is where both the people love each other, right? You're in your ideal relationship, and you found your soulmate, and you're very happy. Now, what is -1? For me, -1 is both the cases, where either you're the one who's in love and not being loved back, or you're the one who's not being loved but are okay with being loved, right? So the question that I asked you, right, in the beginning, about the 3 situations, right? Situation 1, 2, and 3, right? I really think for all of us, only situation 1 makes sense. Contrary to popular belief, right, that situation 2 bhi chalega, it doesn't really work. And over my 20s, right, and over knowing a lot of my friends who are now married and in relationships, the human heart wants what it wants, right? And the need to be loved is as big as the need to love. Right? So you can't be in a relationship in which you're being loved and you're thinking this is fine, because that for me is a -1, and it is the same in a relationship in which you're loving but you know that the other person is not loving you back, right? So that is just the idea that I want to put in your heads today, right? Now, why do I so strongly want to pitch this idea to a young audience, right? Most of you are what, young 20s, late teens?
Yeah.
The problem with being in a country like India is kuch kuch hota hai. And that is why people don't understand the ladder theory. वो सोचते हैं कि first time when I fall in love at the age of 18 or 19 or whenever that is for you, right, or even 25, whenever that is, I will straight away hit the +1, right? क्योंकि मुझे तो प्यार हो गया and now I'm going to be on a +1. And the fuck up is that doesn't happen. And kuch kuch hota hai just goes for a huge toss. You're in the middle of your 20s and you suddenly realize my life is not kuch kuch hota hai. What do I do? But that's why you need to see this and realize that the +1 will happen. You have to just give it some time. You can't like rush into it like Karan Johar and think, what's the first time has to be a +1. So that's the first takeaway from what I want to tell you, right? That don't rush into it. Give yourself the chance and the opportunity to get to that +1, and then you'll be happy. The second takeaway from this is, when most of you start hitting your mid-20s or late 20s, right, in India, there'll be a huge societal pressure, right, which doesn't exist in developed economies like Europe and the US. Why is that? Because our economy, we were like colonial era for 200 years, right? So you basically, like, slave mentality was there, right? So we weren't allowed to expand as an economy, which means that our entire population is not educated, right? Indian education rates are still one of the lowest in Asia. And that really stems from fearful parenting in this country. Our parents are very scared for us, more than anything else. They want us to be happy, but they're scared happy. Unlike the Europeans and the Americans and most of the developed world, where they want you to be happy and they're not scared for you, because they know you will fall a couple of times, but you'll be fine. But India mein wo nahi hoga. So at 25, 27, 29, 31, you'll be like, listen, you just take a -1. आप zero पे हो, आप single हो, वो तो चलेगा नहीं. Because people will just look at you, as the lady just said, a woman needs a man, which is again such utter bullshit. Like, I completely agree with her, right? There's no need, right? You can easily stay on 0 and be happy. Be single. You're not on -1. जब आप +1 में पहुंचोगे तब आप पहुंच जाओगे. There's no hurry. तो आपको सब बोलेंगे नहीं देखो, ये बहुत अच्छा लड़का है, अच्छी लड़की है, so you should definitely go ahead, right? And you'll be caught in one of the two situations. Either you're loving or you're not being loved, right? But you'll still say that, chalo, this is how life is. मेरे साथ +1 नहीं हो पाया, right? I didn't get a +1, that's fine. I'm gonna just take a -1 and live with it, right? And you'll marry, knowing fully well that this is a -1, huh? But chalo, 0 pe to nahi, so I can look at others and laugh, you're at 0, I'm not at 0. Knowingly you're at -1, right? And you enter your life. First 2 years are amazing, right? Because you made a bubble which is so strong, right? And you live with that bubble. You start enjoying that whole process of being with someone, right? And suddenly you're 32, 33, 35, and that bubble bursts. And now you're in a bigger soup than if you were at 0. Why is that? Because from -1, you first have to make that hard jump to 0 again. At the age of 30, 32, or even 40. Because again, the primary thing, the heart wants +1. That will not change, right? At 22, at 25, at 30, that is not going to change. So at 32, you realize, अरे +1 तो नहीं हुआ, मेरे को +1 चाहिए. And that is even more scary. Because at 25, that idea was laughable, right? You were all happy and like thinking, chalo, nahi hua to -1. At 32, when it comes back to you, you're in deep shit. This is what is the midlife crisis, right? Which I think is a fancy word for just 0, +1 and -1. It's just people realizing that I'm at -1. And then to jump to 0 is going to be hard. So I just want all of you to really, in your 20s, just appreciate being at 0 and not be scared of it. It's okay if you've dated someone and it hasn't worked out, right? It's okay if you've dated 5 people and it's not worked out. It's okay if you've dated 15 and it's not worked out. It's okay, you're trying to get to your +1. What's not okay is that you've taken a -1 and deluded yourself into thinking that this is it. Because trust you me, this is not going to be it, and you only have more problems in the future, right? And so that's my basic takeaway. And just one more thing I was discussing with my sister in the morning. So she said, bhai, we shouldn't, like, hum to player ban jana chahiye, this love of all is rubbish, just become a player. You just keep breaking hearts, and the other person also does that, right? Both for man and woman. And that got me thinking, what score would you give to a person who's a player?
It is very soon that I'm going to run out of battery. And I'm going to run out of...
No, not really. Not even a -1, right? The players also at 0. Because they still want the +1, right? Because that's why they're being a player, right? Because they want to get there. But they're not there yet. They're not just a -1 because they haven't fallen into the managed trap out of -1. So they're like, I would put a person who's single and a person who's just playing around as the same. Because they're both in search of their +1, which just is what we all really want. So here's me wishing that all of you 10 years later are at +1. Thanks.